Good afternoon from Yammy BTV. Wishing you all well, sending loads of love. Following on from yesterday, crash bang. You asked me what happened afterwards. When dealers get robbed, and especially on that occasion, the comebacks. Sometimes I think I don't want to make videos too long, or for other reasons don't talk. But yeah, following on from yesterday, I can tell you that maybe 2 years later, further down the line in another cat A, the person turns up again. So obviously I've got to be on my P's and Q's, if you get what I mean, like to keep guard on what can be done by way of comebacks, it's more of a thing like he's not saying nothing to me, I'm not saying nothing to him, but of course I've got to go to bed worrying because I'm thinking that something's going to happen. But it just so happened at the same time there was one, two, maybe three like him on the same wing, that I'd been involved with trouble, relating to that kind of stuff around drugs and robberies and, not paying people and you've always got to be on your guard that they're going to put a hit out on you, or they're going to come back with some violence alone. But yeah, but anyway, that person, because they're like a wounded dog, especially, that's when someone's at their most dangerous as well, is when, they've been down and they're wishing they would have fought back, they're wishing they would have stabbed you, they're wishing that they would have not been scared that day, or they wanted to react better. So many things can play over in the mind, especially in real hostile places where your status is being put under threat, basically, and all you stand for is made that way. But I had to watch out for all three, at that time, so I had a lot to look out for. But the good thing is that they never really got on with each other. So it was just a bit of luck that they couldn't really confer with each other. So I didn't have to watch all three of them talking, because they had their own separate kind of beefs from different Cat A's at that time as well. But obviously, I would send out little signals with others to find out and put the feels out. But anyway, the same guy, it got tried on again. So, and three men went in on him this time, because obviously they'd heard what happened in another jail. So, if anything, you're making it that person's life a bit more harder for them. And then, but on this occasion, when they went in on him, he absolutely went to town on all three of them, and they ended up with nothing, and they got hurt and everything. So it's not always the case, like a wounded man, when he's got the chance to, like, he wants to, all of what he's thought about, like he could have not talked for 2 years, but then he gets another chance to put that right, and he does. Another thing I noticed, the way dealers talk sometimes to addicts as well. Like, you got the famous old one, everybody knows it, like, yeah, I've just got a parcel, let everyone know there's 50, 60 shots, and make them whatever, canteens, get as many as you can, let them all know. So then you let them all know and everything, and then they start coming, oh yeah, you're making it hot for me, they're watching, and and shh, yeah, you're letting too much people know. But you was the one that wanted everybody to know, so that you could, you got your own demons, or what you're battling, whether it's to be the master of the wing, or the daddy of the wing, or whatever way you wanted to look at it. But some of the language used, like when addicts, when you're desperate for that stuff, and then you're coming and they're saying, yeah, go away from my door, calling all the names under the sun. And then on canteen day, where's my money, where's my money? We know the two go hand in hand, we kind of think. But some of the language and the belittling of that kind of thing can leave people feeling bad and bad for years. So not just the dealers who could get robbed feel bad, some of the way the addicts feel treated get bad too. And then you obviously got the drug addicts that run around everywhere, tick up everything, and don't pay no one, and run straight down the block and don't face no music. So there's that, and then they go somewhere else, and then someone else turns up there, yeah, don't give him nothing, he never paid the last time, or whatever. That kind of stuff goes on in there as well. But it's that kind of game, day in and day out. There's a lot of feelings going to get carried around things, but the power that you think you hold for whatever for thing, it's never ending in that way as well. Yeah. Anyway, stop babbling. Another couple of things I forgot I wanted to share as well. Like, I remember, we know that we sometimes the beatings from officers can be a little bit over the top, unnecessary some days as well, with that kind of thing. So Like in the early days, I worked out quite quickly. Sometimes you could be getting a beating, officers, but if you fight back too hard, then you get hurt even more, kind of thing. Then you end up in a strip cell, they strip you naked, that kind of stuff, and then throw you away, and then you have to come in your cells and that regularly, and you get more beatings. But on such occasions, I worked out a plan, a ploy, if you like, one of Yammy's cons, that kind of thing. And one time about 7:30 in the morning, 8, they come crashing through the door, and I was just gonna do something, but I had something, but I couldn't put it away quick enough, so it was actually between the cheeks and my backside. But if I get strip searched and get kind of like told to put my and squat in that position, I was thinking it was gonna fall out. Do you see what I mean? But not only that, right? So they've come through the door. I pretended to flush the toilet like I flushed something down there, because obviously they come in that kind of time of morning. They're probably looking through the spile and thinking that they could see something. So they come running straight in and dive. Oh, hey, you stay there, but I flushed the toilet. But really, I was trying to make them think that I flushed whatever I had down the toilet. So they got me down on the floor, boom, 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 boom. They give me some beatings, but obviously I pretended to be dead or fainted, kind of thing, because when you're on the floor, things when fights are going on, normally to pick up the pieces, a nurse has to be on guard sometimes, or most of the time, and then take your pulse, take your thing. So obviously now she take my said no, you can't bring him to the segregation. He looks like he's in serious trouble. He's hurt. So basically, I was trying not to breathe, and so that I didn't have to go down and to get strip search, so that they find the parcel and that kind of stuff. And I ended up down the hospital wing, right? So they were quite peed off by that one. But so I tried that one first, and then on that other time when I remember, like, imagine this one. I know, like, imagine an officer and a senior officer and another officer. Sad to say, about my behaviour during that time as well. Like, I couldn't get what I wanted. I was running up and down the landings, and then they came and he turned one. They came like they confronted me in front of everybody in a local jail, and they're saying, yeah, I mean, get behind your door. But on this day, I just wasn't having it. I just had to raving up. So imagine being told you got to bang up, which is what you really got to do, because that's procedure. But I felt like they was digging me out, and when they both come, I basically swung a couple of punches at each of them. But then obviously the whole crowd's jumped in on me at that time. But when I was getting wrapped up and beaten up, I was getting a proper riding on this day, right? So I had to play dead again. But I remember being on the floor, and I could hear him in the background when the nurse was going, no, 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 he has to go to hospital. But really, I was hurt, but not that hurt. But I knew where it was going, kind of thing. And then I could hear him in the background saying, no, 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 he's failing it. It's not true. He's not past that. He's not doing that. Don't let him go. She says, no, 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 I can't feel no pulse and that. So I know that one of those tricks of the trades like that as well. But yeah, just carry on from yesterday, Crash Bang. I'm sure I'll be up later. All right, sending loads of love to you all.